Hi, my name is Gabby and I'm presenting on emergency management theory. Does it exist and what is it? What is emergency management? We all know that disaster strikes unexpectedly. Recovering from a big disaster can take months or even years. With this being said, emergency management is defined as the discipline that deals with risk and risk avoidance. This can be achieved by the creation of plans in which communities essentially engage with a given disaster. This includes response personnel on the federal, state, and local level, as well as some NGOs and private organizations. So, why is it so important to have good emergency management? Emergency management is an important tool to better understand disasters and how to bounce back from them quickly. It's great because it saves lives, prevents injuries, and protects private property and the environment in a given disaster. There are 4 phases of emergency management. This includes mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. The first one is mitigation. These are attempts to eliminate or reduce the probability of a disaster. In other words, to lessen the effect before an emergency. Preparedness, as the second one, its main focus is to minimize any disaster damages and also enhance response efforts. Response provides emergency assistance to citizens in order to reduce injuries or damages as well. This also includes the time in which recovery operates. And finally, recovery. This includes how systems return back to normal levels after a disaster. This can be either in the short term or in the long term. So when talking about emergency management, there's also a connection to the incident command system. This system is the ICS. It provides guidance for how to organize assets to respond to an incident. And also it processes to manage the response through its stages. So all response assets are organized into 5 functional areas. This includes command, operation, planning, logistic, and administration/finance. So in the end, does emergency management theory exist? Unfortunately, emergency management does not exist currently. This is mainly because it's extremely broad of a field. It encompasses too many variables that keep expanding and contracting with different response events. So when dealing with a disaster, there are many ways to get different outcomes. So this is why it's not a defined theory, or just there's no simple way to do so. In order for it to be a functionally theory, it must be proven, it must be testable, and more importantly, it can be independent of prior evidence, which is pretty much bound to happen in a field like this.